Right at the Downtown Cafe on Main Street in downtown Decatur.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 6:30 on WAND.
Honoring Decatur's late mayor. We celebrate the life of Mike McElroy tonight as he's laid to rest. Plus, would you rather lose $1,000 or gain 20 pounds?
Of the men that responded, about half said they would rather gain 20 pounds.
The surprising results for men versus women. And do you know what's in your sunscreen? Why it could actually be toxic to your health.
It has been another beautiful day here in central Illinois, but heat and humidity, it's coming back, along with some storms. I'll let you know when they all show up in just a few minutes. Central Illinois' best source for news and weather starts now.
Central Illinois' most watched newscast. WAND News at 5.
Most funerals are solemn occasions, but Decatur's late Mike McElroy was hardly a solemn person. The mayor today, his remarkable life celebrated during funeral services. WAND's Sean Streety begins our team coverage along with Doug Wolf. They're both live at the Decatur Civic Center. Sean?
Well, Doug, as you know, the mayor may have had an office here, but his lasting work was in the community, meeting people face to face and getting out there, tackling issues head on, whether they be in neighborhoods or community events. Under a gorgeous sky this morning, the casket of the late mayor arrived at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, where so many people took time to pay their respects. The funeral mass lasted more than an hour and a half, and at times the audience would let out a laugh beyond their sorrow. The story shared brought fond reminders of the man Mike McElroy was.
Mr. Decatur. Mr. Decatur, I think, really takes his life and sums it up. When he was mayor and before.
High school, unfortunately, you could have had a promising career, but injuries set him back. And he graduated in 1970. I started the following year, and I realized, he really messed me up because all the nuns were waiting for me.
Just one of the humorous moments today. Mayor McElroy, remembered as a friend, father, husband, and leader, the man nicknamed Tuna. And Doug, of course, that beautiful funeral mass was followed by another impressive tribute to the mayor.
An impressive procession through our city where people were lined up on the streets with flags and their hands over their hearts. It really ends a week of mourning here in Decatur for Mayor McElroy. Bagpipes could be heard across the Decatur Civic Center property throughout the afternoon as Mayor McElroy returned to the Civic Center one final time. The mayor, of course, served here at the Civic Center starting in 2003 as a city councilman. He was elected mayor in 2009 to serve a 2-year term, filling out the unexpired term of a previous mayor who resigned. He was elected to a 4-year term in 2011 and then to another 4-year term this spring. Of course, he only served a few months of that term before he passed away last week. City employees and the public gathered here this afternoon in a final tribute.
The mayor was always friendly to everyone. He loves Decatur, probably more than anyone I've seen. I mean, the man is always positive and just awesome man to be around. So.
You gonna miss him?
Miss him already, yes.
I thought he was a good man, and I thought I'd try and pay my last respects.
The hearse carrying the mayor stopped between the front of the Decatur Civic Center and the city's World War II Memorial. It remained stopped for a little less than 1 minute before proceeding down to the Knights of Columbus Hall, where the mayor's friends and family are gathering one last time with the mayor's memory in mind, and of course a very emotional farewell today.
Certainly was, and we're going to have more at 5, including from his best friend Joel Fletcher. Talked about some funny stories on the golf course, also how the mayor loved the Decatur celebration. The mayor known as Tuna and Mr. Decatur. Live in Decatur, Sean Streety, WAND News.
And if you did miss those public services or any of our live coverage this morning, you can visit the tribute page on our website and see all of our coverage on the mayor's passing. Go to our homepage at WANDTV.com and click on Remembering Mayor McElroy.
Now, first weather from Storm Center 17, home of the exclusive O'Brien Auto Park Urbana Storm Runner.
Another simply gorgeous day here in central Illinois. A lot of sunshine. Then we saw some puffy fair weather cumulus clouds develop this afternoon, and that's still what we continue to see on our Pogue Cadillac Buick. GMC of Forsyth Tower Cam noticed the clouds, though, are starting to dissipate somewhat as the sun will start to head down toward the horizon here in the next 3 hours. And those clouds, once the sun does go down, are going to quickly diminish. 83 right now in Decatur. It's 81 in Springfield and in Taylorville. Lincoln, we're one of the warm spots at 84, along with Effingham. 85 are the two warm spots in the north and the southernmost parts of the WAND viewing area. 85 Bloomington, same thing in Vandalia. For the rest of this evening, a mix of sun and clouds. We'll call it mostly sunny. And then once the sun does go down by 9 o'clock, the sky goes clear. Temperatures dropping back once again tonight into the upper 50s to around 60. Coming up, I'll let you know when the heat and humidity returns, along with a chance for some showers and storms in just a little bit.
Of course, all this wet weather lately means lots of standing water, and that's just a breeding ground for mosquitoes. WAND's Ed Cross shows us why the Macon County Health Department is also very concerned, reminding all of us to be prepared when venturing outside.
They're bite-sized and ready to bite, and they're pesky. Heavy rainfall leads to standing water, which can be home to thousands of mosquitoes. Those mosquitoes can not only be annoying, they can also carry diseases like West Nile. In fact, 19 mosquito batches collected by the Macon Mosquito Abatement District tested positive with West Nile virus.
We've had 19 confirmed batches out of 321, so it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's enough that because it's midsummer, we want to bring that awareness back and the education back about prevention.
The summer months are key months for mosquito activity, and there are ways you can stay safe. For example, it may not be the most convenient, but even wearing something as simple as a long sleeve shirt will help protect you.
Wearing mosquito repellent, using there's sprayer, there's wipes that you can use on your family members. Wearing long sleeves, long pants, shoes, socks when you're out, especially if you're cleaning your garden, out in your garden, or cutting weeds or anything like that. Once you move that foliage, it seems like the mosquitoes come out more. And then looking around the property for standing water. Swimming pools, bird baths, flower pots, anything like that where there's standing water, dumping that out.
Carlton says while the batches tested positive, there have been no confirmed human cases of West Nile in the state. In Decatur, Ed Cross, WAND News.
New at 5, Danville police arrest a man accused of a murder from last November. Police say 39-year-old Tyrone Price was arrested yesterday afternoon. He's accused of the November 25th shooting death of William Newburn III. Price is being held on a $1 million bond. And Crime Stoppers of Coles County needs your help tonight finding these two sisters who are wanted on burglary and forgery charges. Mattoon police say 30-year-old Heather McLean and her sister, 32-year-old Leslie McLean, are suspected in burglaries and forgeries in Decatur, in Champaign, in Charleston, Effingham, Tuscola, Shelbyville, and in Mattoon, just to name a few of the places. Police say if you know where they are, please call Coles County Crime Stoppers. Remember, you can remain anonymous and get up to $1,000 in reward money for their arrests. Sending welfare checks to dead people? Governor Rauner signed a new law aiming to put a stop to that practice. The Department of Human Services now must review death records monthly to determine if any deceased people are still receiving aid. 2 recent state audits have found millions of Illinois tax dollars have been paid out to dead people. Well, would you rather lose $1,000 or gain 20 pounds? That question was posed to people ages 18 to 80 in a recent health survey, and half the men said that they would rather gain the weight than lose the money. Now, maybe not so surprisingly, more than 60% of the women said they'd certainly give up the money not to gain the weight. Those findings are part of the International Food Information Council Health Survey, asking, what is your health worth? The survey also asked people how they would rate their health and found what we think may not be reality.
Actually, when they dug into that information, they found out that most of those people were really classified as obese or overweight. So their perceptions might be a little off on what they think, how healthy they think they are versus what they really are.
About 84% of the participants said that they are either trying to maintain or to lose weight. Scary and unwelcome visitor inside a school, dropped by uninvited. We'll tell you about that next. Plus, Donald Trump takes his war on illegal immigrants to the border.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Those now infamous words from the Donald bringing out protesters. Next on WAND News at 6.
On the next wheel, can this self-proclaimed
game show buff
turn his spins
Feed
Don't grab. Oh. Into a win? Find out.
Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 6:30 on WAND. Jaycee's 3-degree guarantee proves that WAND has the most accurate forecast in Central Illinois. It also helps you know what to expect before starting your day, and it helps local charities better serve our communities. When you watch WAND News, everybody wins.
Fly nonstop from Springfield to Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, Florida on Allegiant. Check out flyspi.com for details.
Jeffy1016 posted,
worked hard, promotion, time to play hard. Hashtag upgrade my car.
Congrats, Jeffy. Now's the time to hit the Honda Summer Clearance event. You can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect upgrade.
Awesome.
Go, Jeffy. Go, Jeffy.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Nice. Chevy has great deals this summer. Which works the best with your budget?
I'm drawn to the 0%. 0%.
$1,000 cash back.
$1,000 is the best option in my opinion. Okay, yeah, I think that too.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something that's super cool. You can choose any one of these deals on any of these cars.
Seriously?
It's an easy choice. Find your tag, choose your deal. Or qualified lessees can get this Chevy Equinox LT for around $189 a month.
See these Central Illinois Super Chevy dealers for this great offer.
At Ostling & Associates, we handle bankruptcy and only bankruptcy. When you need help, call Ostling & Associates. There's only a $650 fee for single filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Bankruptcy questions? Visit our website at bcyhelp.com. An emergency bankruptcy can stop foreclosures, judgments, repossessions, utility shutoffs, court proceedings. Call Ostling & Associates with 20 Illinois offices to serve you. Call Ostling & Associates now and stop the collection calls.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
Yo, this is Mike and this is It Furniture. Nobody fights prices like I do. Yo, Adrian, look at this. South by bunk beds, only $48. 3-piece sets, overload seat chair, just $188. 5-door chest, only $39. When it comes to furniture, this is it's a knockout. Bring on Spinks, bring on Tyson. Nobody beats our low pricing. This is It Furniture, 1615 West Springfield, Champaign.
Central Illinois' most watched newscast. WAND News at 5.
His words about undocumented immigrants sparked a political firestorm. And today, GOP presidential candidate Donald Trump toured the Texas-Mexico border in person. Trump was met by both protesters and some supporters as he landed in Laredo. Border security continues to be a cornerstone of his unorthodox campaign for the White House. But the border is also fertile campaigning ground for Trump.
There's nothing more important than what I'm doing. And I'm the one that brought up the problem of illegal immigration.
Now, this morning, the group that initially had invited Trump to Laredo pulled out, saying in a written statement, after carefully considering all of the factors involved in this event and communicating with members of the National Border Patrol Council, it has been decided to pull out of all events involving Donald Trump. All right, and get this, the school in southern India got a scary visit from an unwelcome guest today. A leopard just simply walked right into the school, creating, of course, panic among the people inside. Look how big that thing is. It's huge. You can see the leopard roaring from inside the locked room. Obviously, someone got it into the room, which was good. And then a very brave forest ranger was called in to get the angry cat out.
By the way, we have a leopard in the school.
Yeah.
Can you come get it out? Sorry, I'm busy. I'm across the country.
Oh my gosh,
that would be scary. I've heard of deer in this area jumping in windows and then jumping out the other window. And that's kind of the biggest extent of problems that we have in schools here. But
I mean, just nobody was hurt, but just imagine the potential of what could have happened.
It's just a little kitty cat.
Yeah, no,
no big deal.
That's all.
Teeth this long.
I know that was a big cat.
That's a big kitty cat.
That's right.
Beautiful day today, wasn't it?
Oh, gorgeous out there. If we could just keep it this way. Oh.
The rest of the summer, and just keep this way into, let's say, November. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can work that out. Roll the dice anyway. Highs across the area this afternoon. We average 87. We got 83 indicator, 85 today in Springfield, Lincoln, Bloomington, Effingham, and in Vandalia, and 82 in Mattoon and in Paris. Almanac page for this, the 23rd day of July, 2015. 83 to 60 the range. That's still below our average range of 87 to 66. The heat and humidity is coming back along with some storms. I'll let you know when they both show up after the break.
Tanzia slogan, funeral service and care. Leave memories, not debt.
Henry posted. New apartment comes with the garage. It's time for a big boy car.
Congrats, Henry. Hurry into the Honda Summer Clearance event. You can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With a rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect big boy car.
Awesome. I'll be right over.
We're open late.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Listen up, Central Illinois. Smallwood Hearing Aid Center is now your only factory-authorized Miracle Ear dealer. Right now, you can trade in your old hearing aid, any make or model, and get a brand new Miracle Ear, up to a $2,000 value. This offer is for a limited time only, so call Smallwood Hearing Aid Center today and experience the Miracle Ear advantage. Free hearing tests, free hearing aid cleaning, hearing aid service and repair, batteries, and more. Call 422-2233 today.
The Doctors, weekdays at 11 on WAND.
Sure, Tanner's Orchard is the place to go for fresh off the tree apples, apple cider, donuts, and pumpkins. But there are a lot of delicious fruits and veggies on our family farm all summer long. You'll find delicious summer sweet corn that's ready for the barbecue, and plump blueberries and ripe peaches to make those summer desserts you love. Find them all at Tanner's all summer long, along with the rest of the other gourmet foods in our market as well. So come on out and have some family fun on the farm at Tanner's Orchard. Visit us online at tannersorchard.com.
This weekend at Flooring America's Champaign Superstore, it all has to go. The one time a year that we clear out all of our in-stock inventory. Thousands of carpet and floors, all the latest colors and styles. The fashion floors you wanted, giveaway prices. Laminate, 49 cents. Ceramic, 69 cents. Wood, 79 cents. Luxury vinyl and carpet, 99 cents. 2 years to pay, no interest. It's Flooring America's fashion flooring clearance. Look for the tent at the Champaign location. All stores have similar values. Don't miss it.
This portion of the news on WAND is brought to you by your local Ford dealers.
It's a beautiful evening here in Central Illinois with nothing but rays of sunshine raining down across the area. Live Doppler 3D Max R5 live radar scanning on an empty sky. We're not expecting anything on the radar sweeps, it doesn't look like, until we get into the day Saturday and on Sunday. Maybe doing a little boating tonight. It'd be a perfect night for that. Lake temperatures at Lake Springfield at 82 degrees. Same thing at Lake Shelbyville, 80 the lake temperature indicator, while Lake Clinton, the warm spot, at 84 degrees. The water is perfect for swimming out there right now, and we'll warm those water temps up as we head into the weekend because the heat and humidity is coming right back. 82 right now in Mattoon, a beautiful sky out there, just a couple of clouds left over. Look at that dew point temp, upper 50s. Anytime you get dew points in the upper 50s, the air is very, very pleasant. And the reason why the dew points are down and we have dry air in places, look at the wind out of the northeast to east at 7 miles per hour. An easterly flow equals a drier air mass in place, and current temperatures have responded to the sunshine, warming up that dry air mass as it tends to heat and cool a lot faster. We're at 83 in Jacksonville. Same thing indicator. Lincoln sitting at 84. The warm spots, both Bloomington and Vandalia at 85, and it's 82 degrees in Mattoon. Very pleasant air mass in place as well. Most of us dew points tonight, upper 50s to around 60. It's only crossed that threshold of 65 when it starts to feel